Welcome to another episode of Shame is Delicious with myself, Eshaan Naveed Akbar.
And myself, Darren Ricardo Harriott, star of Dancing on Ice.
Shame is delicious.
Is your real name Ricardo?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
How did you not know that? Yes, Ricardo.
Ricardo?
Yeah. Little mum fact for you. My dad wanted to call me Ricardo because there was a racing car driver called Ricardo Betraysi. My dad was a big fan.
Oh, not Daniel Ricardo.
No, Ricardo Betraysi.
Right.
And my mum said, that name's too ethnic. That's exactly what she said.
Do you know what? Ricardo Harriott would be a good name.
But the problem is I know 3 black Ricardos now, so I'm actually quite glad that my name is
Really?
Darren. Because Darren is...
Darren is just such a shit name.
What the fuck, man? We were like 30 seconds into the episode. Darren's a great name.
Darren and Dazza. Little Bobby Dazzler is a shit name.
First of all, little Bobby Dazzler.
When you've got Ricardo knocking about, Darren is fucking ridiculous. That's shit. That you should be ashamed of the fact that you called yourself Darren.
Welcome to Shame is Delicious, guys. What does Eshaan mean?
It's first light of the moon.
Oh, God, why did I ask that question? I knew it was going to be something good. You never ask somebody, what does your name mean, when you know it means something and then like how it means.
Yeah.
You know,
What does
like,
Darren
You
mean?
know the smell of a toilet.
What does Darren mean?
I don't know, guy who owns
Gavin.
a skip. I don't know what Darren means.
What does Darren mean? Gavin? That's funny. Clip that up.
Guy who knows a window cleaner. That's what Darren means. God damn it.
Oh, fuck me. Right, anyway.
Origin Irish, meaning great.
Oh!
Really?
Old! Darren actually is originated from Ireland and
Yeah.
it means great.
What?
It's
Akbar
also
means-
a variant of the name Darrell, meaning of Ariel, which is French for cranberry plant.
Right.
Oh,
So,
fuck. Alice, you didn't need to say that last bit. A cranberry.
I mean, I've got Akbar, which means the greatest.
Darrell's a way worse name. We can agree on
Yeah,
that.
Darrell's a worse name. Darrell's worse than Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darrell, yeah, okay.
Ricardo is sick. That is a good
I
name.
know it's a good name.
Yeah.
I know. Oh. Now I feel sad.
Oh, and then your stage name could have been Cardi H.
What am I, a tribute act to Cardi B?
Yeah. Cardi H in the house.
Cardi H. Oh, yeah, so my dad's crazy, y'all.
Keep going. I want to see this tribute act, Cardi H.
No, it's Cardi H doing stand-up. Oh, comedy, man, be stupid.
Oh, that's hilarious. Really funny.
You see what a different name can do for you?
Yeah, it really
It
can.
really can change you.
Naveed means most benevolent.
Yeah, but Naveen means...
Naveed.
Naveed.
N-A-V-I-D. It's like David, but with an N.
V-I-D. I thought it was E-E-D.
No,
Naveed.
it's David with an N.
I like the name Naveed.
I don't think I suit Naveed.
You know what my favourite thing about your name is? Whenever I would go to your show in Edinburgh, I would see all the middle-class white people queuing outside, and they all would say your name differently.
Every single one.
Eshaan.
Eshaan, yeah.
Eshaan.
Yeah. Our agent
Yeah.
doesn't pronounce my name properly.
What does Christian say?
Eshaan.
I say Eshaan. Oh, Eshaan.
Eshaan.
Yeah, Eshaan.
Like
yeah.
E-S-H-N.
Yeah,
Eshaan.
Eshaan. Everybody, and it's Eshaan.
Eshaan.
I just say Eshaan.
Eshaan is how I introduce myself to most people.
But where I'm from, we say words like that. Eshaan. We wouldn't say Eshaan. It's like when you say pass. We say pass. You say pass. We
say pass.
We
Eshaan.
don't talk like that. We say talk.
Eshaan.
You say, oh, it's a bit of tooth.
Why did you do the... He also did the light bulb and pat the dog at the same time.
I went on
Where did
Russell
that come
Brand.
from?
I don't know. I went on, that was like an Indian Russell Brand, wasn't it? With the hand movement.
Oh,
Turning the light bulb.
capitalism. It's a right, Mayor.
Oh, God.
Anyway, how you been? What's going on?
All right. I'm very good. Still enjoying my my Twitter. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah. What?
Oh yeah, your Twitter Blue that you paid for.
Guys, I have edited at least 3 tweets. 3 tweets. That is it. That is the only reason why I paid for it. I worth it. I don't really tweet that much, but I'm trying to tweet a little bit more. and I get 30 minutes to edit my tweets. And I'll tell you one thing, when you're old Darren, there's a lot of typos.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll tweet something and I'll be sitting down watching TV. 10 minutes later, I'm like, does business have two S's? And I literally go back and quickly check.
And you put B-I-Z-N-I-Z.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh man, I'm really messed up here, dude. So yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm not an Elon guy.
Are you not?
Well, here's the thing about Elon. And Alice will probably...
There's a few male superheroes out there.
Alice is up to date with this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What I do like about Elon, he electric cars.
Yeah.
He wants to put people on the moon.
Yeah.
And he seems to try and do...
Mars,
sorry.
Yeah.
He seems to try and do like genuinely world-changing things for the good. Generally. His problem is he wants to be cool.
Yeah.
He's an edgelord.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of a douche.
But the thing is, you need people like that, I think.
I'm not against it, but
you need mad wankers.
But I just don't understand why people don't really like him when you think about all the good.
I've asked this before.
When you think about all the good that he does,
I think it's because of his proximity to the kinds of people that he keeps company, all the edgelord stuff.
Yeah.
He has very bad. He not everyone shares his work ethic, so the way he likes to work is not the way that people like working.
Alice, can you answer this question for us? Has there been any horrendous Tesla sort of staff treatment type stories out there?
Twitter had some bad ones,
he didn't do employee relations great when he took over Twitter.
Yeah, so like Twitter.
Oh, the Twitter.
He also is trying to repopulate the world single-handedly.
It's
him and Nick Cannon.
It is
Nick Cannon.
It is.
That is one man living up to his surname, isn't he? Fucking hell. He is jizzing
honestly,
everywhere.
When you're worth 250 billion, every kid is worth like 20 odd billion. What are you doing? I don't understand why he just keeps having babies all the time.
Yeah, I know, it's mad.
Nick Cannon as well. Nick Cannon is having babies whilst other women are still pregnant. It's weird. I don't know how he gets away with it.
Yeah, how he gets away with it.
But it's at that point now where people don't even judge him anymore. They just go, yeah, it's Nick Cannon.
That's what he does.
Is he on what? Is he on like 11 kids?
12? He had his 12th, didn't he?
He's on 12 kids, but he's older. But there's at least 8 of them that have a year or two between them. And every one of his baby mums, whoo!
Yeah, they are.
Very hot.
The thing is...
12.
He's on 12, isn't he? And they're all different baby mamas.
In the last 11
but
years.
But it's not like...
12 in 11 years, dude.
But it's not like... I don't know, is your family big?
Yeah, my family's big, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's normally one woman who puts out 8 or 9 babies.
Oh, yeah, my nan did that. My nan put out 7.
Yeah, both my grandmothers pulled out 8.
8? Both your grandmothers pulled out 8? Wow, that's amazing. That's high numbers. I like how we're doing it like it's football stats. Well, hey, man, she got 8 in that season, dude.
That's wild. But yeah, so Nick Cannon's on 12 babies. How many babies is too many babies? I'd say 2.
No. Well, there's a yeah, like 1.
Hey, look at China now.
How many kids? I want 4 kids.
Do you?
When I have kids, yeah, I want to have 4.
Why 4?
Because
you're going to have to learn to say I love you.
Why would you even just hearing it? It just makes me go weird.
Would you never say I love you to your kid?
I would say I like them. I'd be a great dad. I think I'd be a cool dad because I'm into all cool kids type stuff.
Yeah, and they'll all be like, he never says he loves me.
No, but they know I love them because I like.
Because you buy them a Goku.
Because I brought him a Goku, yeah. Also, the way you said Goku then, you said it with a little bit of hate in your voice as well.
No, I like Goku.
You went, Goku, buy him a Goku. I heard that.
I've got no hate for Goku.
You got no hate for Goku, you sure?
No, he's no Pikachu.
Oh, God, you hack. Pikachu. Ooh, what else?
He's no Majin Buu.
Okay, Boo, yeah, we're getting there. You got me on side now.
You're like, oh,
okay, that was a good one. Look at this. No, I want 4. I'm easy.
For what reason?
I just want to have. I think loads of kids would be quite cool because I never had that. I had like me and like my brother. Yeah. But then I think it'd be quite nice if there's like 4 kids. I don't. I wouldn't want 4 of the same. I wouldn't want 4 boys.
Black, white, Chinese. Oh. Nick Cannon the second. Nick Cannon off Wish.
That's hurtful. That's hurtful. The Wish part really hurt. Yeah, I'd want to have like a mixture. I definitely want to have at least a girl, 1 girl, and then 3 boys or 3 girls and 1 boy.
Well, I mean, it's 2023. I don't think you should be assigning gender. But anyway, that's up to you.
You know what I would do? You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'd do?
Yeah.
I'd probably do what if I could afford it, I'd probably do that twins. You know how you can like have twins now?
People can have twins.
You've always
Well,
been able to
always.
have twins.
No. I mean like
What?
Oh, you mean designer baby?
designer babies. Yeah, I really did sound like a fucking idiot then, didn't I? I've never in all the times we've done this, I've never had a silence where all three of you have looked at me like I was on crack.
Designer baby.
Yeah, like you know, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, they've got twins.
Yeah.
Because they just paid for it and they have twins. That's why people have twins now, celebrities and stuff. You can pay, like, you can have your...
Oh, to get the thing split?
Yeah, to have twins.
Can
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's more likely with IVF anyway, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you put in more than one embryo.
It's quite expensive, though. Probably about...
Really?
I'm not
Yeah.
really up on the designer baby ins and outs.
Yeah, you can do that, yeah. So I might do that and get myself a set.
I can actually see you adopting a Japanese baby.
Okay. It sounds like some sort of 80s sitcom that was
Yeah,
cancelled.
no, I genuinely can. I'd watch that too. But I can see you doing it.
Why would I adopt a Japanese baby?
Because you love Japanese culture, you're a sweet guy, you don't have to say I love you because it's not your biological kid.
Okay. Eshaan, you're on fire today. That's a good one.
Thank you, mate. It both hurt and impressed him.
It did. Would you ever adopt?
Yeah. I'd adopt.
I feel like
I'd adopt.
I think more comedians should adopt. I think.
Yeah.
Because generally a lot of comedians, you know, you get to like middle age, they normally don't have kids, a lot of them.
Yeah.
They haven't really settled down.
Mm.
Well, no, they don't have kids, but then they've settled down later in life and they can't have kids anymore because they're too old. I think they should just adopt because they've got money.
Yeah,
They're fun. And obviously, comedians generally, especially male comedians, they're quite Peter Pan-y, aren't they? They are a bit stuck in that.
Thing is, my thing is, and Sarah Silverman's got a really good bit about this,
Yeah.
is I like babies up to the age of about 5 or 6. When they start talking, I fucking hate kids.
Wait, do you know babies are talking way
No, when they
before?
start talking properly, like age 6 or 7.
See, I'm the opposite. I would rather a kid at 7.
No.
Get daddy a beer.
The moment they start having like questions and opinions, I'm like, no.
No, I want that.
No, I don't like
Yeah,
it.
I prefer them when they can talk.
Yeah, I want them to talk. I want to be able to have like a proper...
I think babies up to when they're just forming their brain, they're their cutest, they're sweet. But at 7, 8,
Sounds
9,
like you want a puppy.
Yeah,
Sounds like you just want another puppy.
yeah, basically.
Because I want to bet. No, you want that with a kid, so you can sit there. Wouldn't it be cool though? Because again, I don't have kids, but you want to see your child develop their personality and
Bro,
see what
listen,
kind of personality.
This is
they've
why
got.
you send them to boarding school at 7.
Nah, dude, that's how they end up like
0
you.
to 7, boarding school. Get
I would
sorted.
never send my kid to boarding
I'm
school.
100% sending them to boarding school.
Of course you are. You are. I tell you, this is your Tory origin story. This whole podcast is. It's tax. I'm not paying tax like everybody.
I've told everybody this.
I know. It's the most, and again, this is the perfect podcast for you because you have zero shame, and I
Yeah.
thought you had an ounce of shame.
No.
You have zero shame.
No, I am going to pay tax.
What is it? Not tax avoidance. It's tax.
What?
You said it's not tax avoidance. It's tax what?
It is tax avoidance.
Oh, okay.
Tax evasion is the other one.
Oh, tax evasion.
Tax evasion, yeah. So I will pay tax, but as minimum as possible.
You do realize you won't get an MBE or an OBE or a knighthood.
I don't give a fuck about the empire. Oh, I think you definitely do, especially if you're offshore.
Actually, who am I talking? Actually, what am I talking
so
about?
there's
Yeah.
that. Sending my kids to boarding school. What else is Tory about me?
You think poor people don't deserve breakfast? You've said that.
They should be at work. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Or banking.
They should be at work.
They should be at work.
Working as a banker is quite Tory.
Oh, it's one of the most Tory things you can do.
Did you know many people who were left wing or centre left when you were in banking?
Yeah, there were a couple. There were a few.
Was there people who
There
were
was
a bit-
cleaners on every floor. Owen.
Go on, Alice.
Yeah.
Do you think there are people who are a bit? Because I see myself as being quite centre, but left. Like I'm not. Like I'm centre, but I'm left.
What? It depends. Are you talking about social issues or economic issues?
I think.
Because like socially, I think a lot of people probably are more left than they realise, but economically, people don't actually realise how right they are.
Yeah, but when we talk about economically, are we talking about tax?
We're talking about tax, we're talking about the welfare state, we're talking about...
But tax is just as high now, if not higher than it's been before, right?
Are you happy to pay more tax? There you go.
I pay a lot of tax.
Yeah.
I pay a lot of tax.
Are you happy to pay more?
I mean, look, what's it going to? You know what I would like? Hold on, hear me out.
I think we're about to find out Darren's Tory origin story.
I would be happy to pay more tax, but I'd like almost like a monthly list of where my money's at.
Do you not get a council tax bill? It
Yeah,
tells you, it tells you where it's going.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Oh, I should probably read those.
Yeah, you should probably. Tells you.
I tell you, I am the dumbest person when it comes to paying all those bills. I don't check a thing.
When you need some sort of health treatment,
yes,
would you rather go to the NHS?
I go private.
Do you?
Yeah. No. But that what does that mean? That doesn't mean. Hold on a second. Don't listen. I can't because your glasses reflected, so it looked like you were pulling a real stinky face at me, you dick. What I'm saying is, I go private because it's just quicker, and I don't want to hold up the NHS. But I'm more than happy to pay my fair share of tax, which I do, for people in the NHS. Because I look at like my family members and stuff. I've had family members who have been out of work for a little bit too long, and they're all NHS.
A little bit too long.
A little bit, like 20 years.
Right. Do you think
that's quite long?
Okay. So do you think, say like a homeless person,
yes,
should be given more money or more opportunities?
Well, it depends because I feel like a very large majority of homeless people are on drugs and actually need. Well, there is a lot of drugs and alcohol and stuff, and I feel like if we're going to give them money, we're just going to buy them more drugs and alcohol, right?
We just found Darren's Tory origin story.
How is that origin story? What I want to do is I want to get them help, and then I'm more than happy to give them money because I am one of those people who always gives cash to homeless people all the time,
even though you know they're going to spend it on drugs.
Yeah, because I used to.
Charity radio from a homeless shelter, and they said not to give homeless people.
But you see, that seems mean.
Why? For that reason?
Yeah, for sort of that reason. It's better if you can give them food or if you...
Well, you know, I read in the Netherlands they do this thing, and of course it's the Netherlands, but they have, for homeless people, they have these drug centres where you can go in and take the drugs that you want. But what they do is over time, they reduce the amount, and eventually people wean themselves off drugs that way.
There are people arguing for that to be brought in here.
Which I think is a great idea.
Yeah, I think they used to do that at some raves. There was that company that would check your cocaine for you to see whether it was laced with anything. That's true. This was a thing.
That's really good.
Because people's drugs were laced.
Sorry, it was funny to me to go from homeless people to raves. As an equivalence.
And they would have this you would go
Imagine Darren is round an international negotiating table. The Dutch present this amazing model they've got to wean people off drugs, and the UK representative turns up. So at Infernos, what happens is
I turn up with a jukebox. Yeah. We found love in a hopeless place. Hear me out, guys. So you're at a rave. There's some drugs going on.
That's so funny.
But yeah,
so this is what I mean to say. To answer your question, just very rudimentary.
Yeah.
But economically speaking, in terms of what the country spends its money on, your brain, more and more of us actually, and people say this as you get older, end up leaning a bit more right.
They say that because you start, especially when you start owning stuff.
Yeah.
When you start owning, like for example, I think of that when I go, I actually don't mind the police. Never used to.
Can we please just clip that bit out?
Wasn't the biggest fan of police growing up. You know, I had run-ins with the police. I was arrested, all that sort of stuff. But now that I'm starting to own stuff, and obviously if something happens, I don't want to get myself in trouble. I'm like, you know what? They're just doing the best they can.
Weirdly, I found myself getting more and more left the older I get.
Yeah, but...
That's not weird. Millennials as a generation are veering left. They're not turning right wing.
Also,
Really?
what happens with millennials, and this is why whenever you see people complaining about like the woke mobs and all that sort of stuff, it's not really millennials. Millennials have usually the same views. It's normally the Gen Zers who are out there. Millennials, they're too busy. They're left, but they've got like mortgages to pay and jobs and all that. It's generally the younger Gen Zers because obviously, are you millennial?
I'm a geriatric millennial, though, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I'm a geriatric millennial as well.
Yeah.
We're right on
the cusp.
Right on the cusp.
I'm 84.
It's
Yeah,
82 is when it changed.
82, there you go. Yeah, I'm 88. Yeah,
Yeah, fine.
yeah. It's
So there we
definitely the younger people. But going back to homeless people, a homeless guy asked me for change, and I didn't have any change, and he said, "Do you have online banking?" And I didn't know what to say because I just didn't want to.
Do you know what? I love that as a hustle because even if you didn't have an account, just asking that question is fucking hilarious.
Do you have online banking?
What did you say?
I freaked out because obviously I'd never expected that, and I went, I don't trust banks. I turned myself into a conspiracy theorist because I was so scared.
I keep cash under the mattress.
Yeah. I was like, I don't trust banks. And just walked off.
What did he say?
He just looked at me confused because even he knew I was lying.
I gave a homeless guy an apple once and I just saw him throw it in the bin.
That's hilarious.
That felt worse than like an Edinburgh flyer going into the bin.
That is the only reason why I prefer to give homeless people money than food, because if they reject it, it would crush me.
Yes,
I'd be like, what are you doing?
He just
I
I gave him an apple, he just threw it in the bin.
Even if the guy's like, I'm lactose, I'm like, listen.
Listen, you're homeless.
Listen, I'd airplane it.
That's so funny.
I always remember a random episode of the Kardashians once, years ago, where they took in a homeless guy. There was, obviously it's TV, so it was kind of sad. There was a homeless guy.
Yeah.
And it was Kim's, what are the Kardashian sisters' name? Kim,
Chloe,
and the other, what's the other one?
Courtney.
It was Courtney. I think it was Courtney's idea. They took in this homeless guy.
Is Courtney the fit one?
They were pretty fit.
No, there's only one that's really fit. I think it's Courtney.
Excuse me? Courtney's one is
Who's
married
the
to
youngest one, the billionaire?
Oh, Ken. Oh, you're on about the Jenners.
Kendall.
They're different.
Oh,
Come on, mate. Grow up. Kylie and Kendall. Yeah. You're talking about Kylie. And they took in this homeless guy in like, obviously California, where it's homeless guy. And then they brought like a hairdresser and he cut his hair, gave him like a proper haircut in their house.
He was a model.
And then they did his teeth. They gave him veneers.
I love how the point at which Darren got interested in the teeth.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. This homeless, and he looked so much better. And then he just left. And just went back on the drinks, just looking good. He looked $1 million. But they took in a homeless guy, gave him a complete makeover, and then just sent, I think his name was Charlie.
Do you know what? Sometimes I do wonder about that, because sometimes you see on the internet, they have like these hairdressers who give out free haircuts to the homeless. And then I wonder how the other homeless react when they come back.
Oh, yeah.
Because they must be like, so how the fuck did you get such a nice haircut?
There is a woman who, because one of the reasons why I'm thinking of moving from my area is that there's too much like mental health on the main high street. There's too much like homeless and mental health, just because it's a busy high street and there's lots of bookies and stuff. So there's always drama with people. And there's one woman who always asks me for money every day. And I remember one time I was in Costa and she asked me for money 4 times in there. And I'm always very polite. I'm like, I don't have any change. 4 times. And then the 4th time, she told me to fuck off. So, oh, fuck off then. Right? And I was like, okay. And then I keep seeing it every day. Different wigs. She keeps changing her hair. And I'm like, you know what? It's doing all right. I see it's got like I saw it the other day, ginger wig. And it looks like a decent wig.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not bad.
Who sounds more Tory, him or me?
How does that sound? I'm not tax avoiding. You're tax avoiding.
You will do, though.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
100%.
I can't do it. You can't do it as a comedian.
I'll show you a scheme in a bit after the pod.
I can't. I like paying tax because I care about NHS and I support.
That you don't use.
But even better.
And you support the troops.
I was going to say I support the troops. I really do.
Yeah.
What war are we in? We're not in a war, are we?
What else do we use public service funding for?
Oh, of course we do.
Education?
For lots of things. Education, teachers. Come on, teach the youth them.
Okay. So.
But that is another thing as well. If you pay for it, and then you send your kid to a private school anyway, or boarding school.
Yeah, boarding school.
Boarding school is insane. I could never send my kid to a board. It'd have to be 80% black.
From the age of 7 to 18, what, prison?
You are not, you know what? Listen, as your black friend, you're not... Listen, I'm... as a Because if people, I don't allow that. Not on my podcast. You can do that on your own.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. Shut up, stupid. Fuck you.
Oh, should we do plugs?
Fucking prison. You're awful, man. This is why people. Who's that more Tory now? And
Alice looks so disappointed. Alice just looked at the
but he
middle
said
distance.
he said it so quickly, just like it was in his head. Also, can I point out, I actually don't mind Tories. I don't know why we keep talking about Tories. I actually like them. I think they're fine. I'm not. That's one thing about me. I'm not against people for their political views. It's just whether they're a dick or not.
Yeah. Just don't be a dick. And don't be a dick. Buy tickets to our live shows.
Eshaan, you got any plugs?
Yes, I do. We are going to be at the Leicester Comedy Festival
Jeez.
on the 16th of February, so it's just a few weeks away.
Yes.
Go and get those tickets.
Manhattan 34. It's
Manhattan
very
34.
good as a part of the Leicester Comedy Festival.
Of which I am a patron this year.
You are indeed, yeah. So do come. Honestly, it's going to be our first ever live show. It will mean so much for us if you come out and show your love. And yeah, just be there, man. It's
Yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. We're also doing another live show later on in March.
Yes, so Just for Laughs. We're doing a Just for Laughs.
Just for laughs with our good friend Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds will be there. He's not necessarily advertising. He'll be on the podcast. But
Or go anywhere near the podcast, but he's going to be around.
He'll be around, yeah. We'll try and get him. 4th of March, yeah, so do come to that as well. Again, that's going to be our first ever London
show.
At
the O2, so that's going to be very, very exciting.
It might be all bar one at the O2 or somewhere
But
rather
nevertheless, it's
than
still the O2.
I don't want people to think we're actually in the whole O2.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is in there. But
If an all bar one is in an O2, does it make it a horse? I don't know.
we're going to keep that in.
Yeah,
'cause I don't know what happened there.
It's because of something racist someone said to me over Christmas. Anyway, I'm also on tour, eshaanakbar.com/tour, all over the country. I start on the 23rd of February, so fucking hell, just over a month away.
Get those tickets, man.
I'm terrified. But loads of tickets have been selling. They're selling really well, so please go and buy those tickets. I'd love to see you.
Make sure you get those tickets and show your love to Eshaan after the show, especially if you listen to the podcast. Let him know.
And Darren, what about you, my friend?
Yeah, I am on tour in September. Roadman is on tour. Yes, finally. So do get your tickets. Yeah, find me on all the usual social medias. My tour is all there. I'm doing a You Dress Funny in Birmingham on the 22nd of February at the Glee Club with former guest on the show, Rachel Fairburn. So do come to that as well. And we'll be in Manchester doing one as well in March. So do come to
When does
that.
your Roadman tour start?
September.
Your birth month.
My birth month. My birth month is September the...
Your birthday?
Birthday? Yeah.
First?
September the 1st. Yeah.
Where's my birthday?
Yours is, of course, come on, your birthday is the day of your when you're born, you know? When you were born and you were like a little baby and it was Eshaan Naveed Akbar. What a time to be alive, you know? You had your dad, you had your mum, you had your brother and all that, and you all just lived
My
like...
brother wasn't born then.
Your brother was born a few years after that, of course, and that was the 14th of August.
Yeah.
There we go! Woo, guys, look at the time, but we got there.
Woo!
Woo! Quicker, baby! I want to talk to you. So, you're a big Twitter guy, of course.
Yeah.
I might be the more Twitter guy now, right? I guess, because I pay for Twitter. I know everybody.
That's how it works.
Everybody,
I'm the more sex guy because I pay for sex. That's how it worked, isn't it?
I said it on stage. I did a gig for Christmas, and I said to the crowd, I said, everybody keeps laughing at me. I was thinking of you guys. Yeah. Everybody keeps laughing at me because I paid for Twitter. Does that make me a loser? And they all shouted loser. It was 600.
Where was this?
600 people. The Clapham Grand.
Come on, Clapham Grand.
I kept asking them. I said, wait, does it make me a dickhead? And they went, why would you pay for it?
Yeah.
And my set went downhill because they
lost all respect for you.
They lost all respect for me.
Yeah.
And I had to stay on for an extra 5 minutes to try and get them back. They couldn't believe that I'd paid for Twitter.
They're still reeling for 15, 17 minutes.
You know it's bad when you're at a gig and you see people going... They couldn't get their head around why I paid for Twitter. And I said it's because I thought everybody was paying for it. And
no one is, but yes. So you're the big Twitter guy because you pay for it.
You ever been owned on Twitter before?
No, people have tried to own me. They've tried and failed miserably because nothing hurts.
You love the smoke though, too.
I love the smoke.
You love it. You
over
love
the
all
Christmas period.
Oh, who says that? You're about to go into over the Christmas period about what Twitter rants? Christmas is for your family.
There was no Twitter rant.
So what do you mean over the Christmas
What
period?
had happened was there was this couple of right wingers. One is Nigel Farage and another guy from something called the National Housing Party, whatever. They were complaining about immigration and refugees over Christmas.
Yeah.
So I've taken my new philosophy in 2023 is whenever a right winger complains about the UK, I say, if you don't like it in this country, you can leave.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
It's okay. You don't need to say it to
All
me.
right, fine.
I mean, I disagree. But.
Yeah. But as soon as I said it, obviously loads of their fans would come and try and own me.
But when you put that, see, okay, I'm learning Twitter.
Yeah.
Even though I am
So
Twitter
you are
top
Mr.
G.
Twitter, yeah.
When you put that, are you retweeting it and are they sharing it? Or is that just coming from people who've already followed you? So have you got racist people following you?
No. So I'll quote tweet
Yeah.
and then they'll see it and then they'll tweet it to their followers. But look what this cunt said.
Oh, do they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So Nigel Farage tweeted you?
Well, Nigel Farage's didn't, the other guy did.
Oh.
But Nigel Farage's followers saw what I wrote
Yeah, and they just went at you.
and went at me.
And what did they say?
Just stuff like if a dog is... my favourite one was, if a dog is born in a stable, does it make it a horse? And I said, no, it makes it a dog with a massive horse dick. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm imagining you whilst watching Elf or some Christmas TV's on and you're just there.
And people were like, oh, this Iraqi... Apparently I've got an Iraqi name.
Oh, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
I don't think it, yeah.
Like, oh, this Iraqi telling a white man, a native, to go back to the Gaul.
Oh, it's never good when someone says a native.
Yeah.
It's never a good sign.
So on Twitter, there's been a lot of attempts at owning me, but no one can own me because water for ducks back, man.
Did you see the Greta Andrew Tate
Yes.
situation?
Yes.
See, now, this is why I'm always a big fan of keeping everybody on Twitter, because you should be owned by people. So Andrew Tate, of course, is
A hero.
a hero to some.
A public intellectual.
A public intellectual, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Also known as Top G. As he,
Yeah.
I like how Eshaan says this and looks at Alice on purpose. He's trying to wind Alice up. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he put out, I don't know why, were they having like a back and
No,
forth?
I don't know. He just went after Greta for no reason, just completely out of the blue.
He put up a Bugatti Veyron, which is a very impressive car,
Yeah.
if he does own it. And he put up a load of his cars, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he was like, oh, I got all these cars. I got all this. Fuck you, Greta.
However, after what I've learned about Andrew Tate, Greta is the age of woman he likes to date. So
Yeah.
that might have been him trying to flirt with Greta.
Trying to impress her.
Trying to impress Greta with his, what did he say, like 30 cars or something?
33 cars.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she puts back a good tweet.
Very good tweet,
A good tweet against him, you know. What was it? Get alive.
Please let me know by sending me an email at smalldickenergy@getalife.com.
Great, classic. If you, whatever side you are on, whether you're right, left, or whatever, something for everyone. You've got him doing his macho fucking, "Bleh, I don't care about you, the planet, look at me and all my. And then you've got her with a simple.
My favourite was his response to that because he said, how dare you?
Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know that. Was
And I don't know if that was real or not, but it was fucking hilarious.
he just imagine, how dare you?
The insolence! Someone of your age?
And then, so this is why I think it's good that we have these guys still, these people, even though I don't necessarily agree with what they're saying, still online, because you need this kind of dialogue.
Well, he was allowed back on by
He was allowed
Elon
back
Musk.
on.
Of course, Elon, who...
Oh, did Elon ban him?
No,
No,
he
Elon-
was banned.
he was
Elon
banned.
allowed him back on.
Oh.
He's banned from a lot of other social
It
media.
was like some sort of day of reckoning, because I remember it was him who came back, Jordan Peterson came back.
Trump?
Trump is back, but Trump is saying he's not using Twitter this time because he's trying to get, what's his Trump one called that he's using?
Oh, yeah, he's got his own one. doesn't he?
Truth Social or some nonsense.
Something like that.
Something like that. And then Andrew Tate then, after that, he put up another tweet, didn't he? With
He put a
him.
video, didn't he?
Was it a video?
It was a video.
Of him smoking a cigar?
Again, it's all just over the top macho douchebag stuff. Smoking a cigar with a robe on, right? And like a pizza box. And then the next thing is
He got arrested.
he got arrested for human trafficking because they found him.
On the pizza box address.
But so allegedly, Romanian police were after him. They were looking for
They
Tate.
needed proof that he was in the country.
Yeah, they
But-
needed proof. that
Although that has been
disputed.
disputed since the pizza box.
Yeah, what more truth do you need when he's constantly saying, I live in Romania, I'm in Romania,
I think, yeah.
here's me in Romania.
Well, it was like when...
And then Greta,
But they raided his place before when he wasn't there, apparently.
oh,
Right.
So they needed proof that he was.
was there at that time.
Yeah.
Wow, they acted quick. And then Greta then puts out another tweet and says something like, this is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes.
Yeah, something like that.
Great. What a great little interaction.
Good bit of, yeah, all round.
Hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I normally don't pick sides on this, but Greta won. when you get arrested for alleged human trafficking, you probably lost. Also, I think her tweets were nice and short. And as a guy who struggles with spelling, she nailed it. She nailed the spelling on all of it.
Did you check whether she'd edited any of the tweets?
I don't know if she pays for it. I don't know how to tell.
I don't think she pays for Twitter Blue.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not even...
Yeah, that would really go against Greta, wouldn't it, if she paid for Twitter Blue? That really wouldn't help. But I think it was quite fun that they had this little dialogue because he started it. He came out the blue and just attacked her for no...
The thing is, a lot of people have, like, with Andrew Tate, they feel like he influences a lot of young men in a very negative way with Hustlers University.
When I was... With what?
He's got something called Hustlers University.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Hustlers University?
So the reason why Andrew Tate started growing on social media was as part of your contract.
There's a lot of concern about how much his message is spreading through TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah. So when you sign up to one of his courses where he teaches you how to hustle and be a better man,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
One of the parts of your assessment is that you share his videos.
Oh, very smart.
Very smart.
Very smart, yeah.
So I've tried to learn from that. But I wonder how you can...
So is that how he... Because I wondered how he grew so big. Oh, that's...
People really love to share shit about not liking women.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Eshaan shares it.
I don't share it. I just watch it and agree.
Watch it, like it, save it.
Watch it and and
screen grab, slow it down.
Bookmark it. Go to bed. Watch it under the covers.
Yeah, I've listened to him talk, and he just sounds like a guy from the 20s. It's like really old school.
Old stupidness.
It's old stupidness, but it's said with such belief.
Yeah.
In what he's saying.
And then also, I find because for some reason it shows on my Twitter, and this is very annoying and frustrating for me, but I get a lot of Muslim influencers turn up on my Instagram.
Oh.
And the thing is, what's annoying is I keep watching it because I'm getting so incensed at what they're saying.
Yeah.
So Instagram keeps sending me more videos being like,
oh,
you must like this.
Yeah.
And one of them is like, Andrew Tate, he's turned to Islam because he appreciates the red lines in Islam and making sure that women have their place in this, that. And you're like, this is all so fucking irritating.
Yeah.
All of it. You all sound like fucking knobs, basically. You can't... A lot of Muslim influencers do this where they're like, the moment someone who doesn't immediately present as Muslim, non-brown, accepts the religion, they're like, see? Our religion is great. Andrew Tate likes it, and you're like, he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, you're making this worse for yourself.
Yeah, sometimes, it's never, sometimes the people who do
one of my favourite ones was...
Mike Tyson.
Oh, one of my favourite ones. Oh,
Mike Tyson converting to Islam. They go, you see? So, yeah,
well, again, the worst ones I ever saw was Hitler was doing a speech.
Hitler was doing a speech, yeah. Oh, don't tell me they dubbed it.
No.
Okay.
Hitler was doing a speech where he mentioned Palestine.
Yeah.
But he didn't mention Israel.
Oh.
And they were like, see?
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Jesus Christ.
Come on. Surely you know.
Do you want to hear one of my favourite Hitler facts?
Yeah.
Never took...
We've all got one. Hey, we've all got one.
They're obsessed with doing these.
Yeah.
Never took his jacket off in public.
Really?
That's a Hitler fact. I've watched so many Hitler documentaries because I'm like, why are we so obsessed with this guy? Never took his jacket off in public.
Yeah.
So every time you see him outside, he's always in a jacket, sweating.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
Little interesting fact there.
My favourite Hitler fact.
What's that?
Liked his dogs.
Yeah, like his dog. Yeah,
dog lover.
Big dog lover. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it trying to. It almost sounded like with your fact, you're trying to humanise him.
Anyone else?
I mean, he's the reason I haven't got most of a family, so no.
I feel that way about most white people.
Well done. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Come on.
There we go.
Come on.
There we go.
Come on.
They gave them work, didn't pay them, but... We've had prison, we've had slavery, we've had Hitler. This is the most shameful episode of this podcast.
I had a friend who shared a birthday with Hitler. And we just called him...
together?
We just called him Hitler. So they had a birthday. What was it? It's April something, isn't it? Hitler's birthday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not that swatted up on...
It's just you that knows this much
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not that swatted up on Hitler facts.
Yeah. No, I've watched countless of those.
There are too many World War and Hitler documentaries, though.
Obsessed with him.
So many.
There's less about the survivors. I hear less about the survivors than I do about just fucking Adolf
Hitler and what he did and how Britain saved the world.
Well, we did.
Have you seen Shoah?
No.
Documentary.
No,
But
that's
9
what I
hours
am.
long. Yeah.
Oh, what's it on?
It's an old. It was filmed in the 80s, I want to say, and it interviewed lots of Holocaust survivors and also former Nazis because they, all still alive at the time. And they, I don't know whether this is interesting for the podcast, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Yeah.
They recorded this former Nazi camp worker who was like, "Oh, I'm really." I feel such shame about it, and I feel really bad. And they kept it recording, and as soon as they said the interview's over, he didn't give a fuck.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, it was,
Really?
Wow.
And it's like there's a lot of crocodile tears around that.
Yeah. Because they feel like they have to because Germany took some
And they feel like they have
stance
to because they're being interviewed.
Yeah.
It's a war crime.
I have seen a nice video though. There was this one.
So scary, man.
There was this. I think. Yeah, he was a German guy, I think, and he saved a lot of children from the Holocaust. And he's an old guy, and he's in the front row of this
What
crowd.
about Schindler's List?
Huh?
No, it's similar.
He's in the front row of a crowd. It's a German guy, wasn't it? Front row of the crowd, and then the whole crowd were just the children that he saved, and he didn't know.
Whoa.
So then the
That's
host
crazy.
says, "Oh, there's some people here who'd like to say thank you," and the whole crowd stood up and saying, "You saved." That was a really beautiful moment.
That's.
It take like
Did you
at
cry?
times like that, the amount of bravery it takes to break away from something like so. My aunt was saved by a Pakistani man during the war in 1971. He was a Punjabi driver. So basically, her husband was executed by the Pakistani army.
Wow.
And my aunt was made to watch the execution
Jesus.
with her children. So she was next to be executed. And one of the guards there was like, "This is too much." So he pretended that she was his wife, drove across Pakistan, across India, into Bangladesh, and dropped her off.
And then did she ever see him again?
No.
Oh, okay. She didn't send him a card. Cheers.
No, it was quite hard to send cards then because it was the war.
How long was the war going on for?
6 months.
6-month war?
Yeah.
They just autumn, winter? Done?
Well, 3.5 million people died.
3.5 million people died?
Yeah.
What was the war about?
East Pakistan gaining independence to become Bangladesh.
Oh, wow.
Pakistan didn't want East Pakistanis to speak Bengali
Why not?
because they were like, "You're Pakistani, speak Urdu."
Wow.
And
We
then-
don't know about these sort of beefs. Can you call it a beef?
It is a beef, yeah. They both eat beef.
Do they still have beef now?
Not as much because Bangladesh won.
Okay.
And like because I'm half of each,
Yeah, I was just going to say.
and like
got a bit of both.
Pakistanis tend to be very racist towards Bengalis constantly.
Is it, what do they think of them? Like, what's their thing that they
Oh,
say?
they think Bengalis are stupid and backward, but they don't realise that it's actually the other way around. I said it.
Okay. Okay, the views of Eshaan Akbar's. It's so strange how people, especially when they're so close together, they just, they split.
I mean,
off
they're
and
split by
have-
India,
Yeah, of course, India, of course.
but Pakistan is there, India's here, and Bangladesh is there. They're like quite far apart.
And
Who did Jamaicans have beef with?
Jamaicans generally have beef with everybody from the Caribbean. There is a whole thing going on.
But it's
there.
like, particularly like Trinidad or St. Kitts, like,
No, not really. Like,
do Jamaicans see themselves as the most Caribbean?
Oh my God, Jamaica, as a small island, Jamaica sees itself as the biggest part of the world.
Right, yeah.
Jamaica is, it's kind of like how, it's almost like, say in Africa, maybe like Nigeria, like, because a lot of Jamaicans are Nigerian, essentially, we were brought over. Like my ancestry, if I did my ancestry, it'd be...
Oh, is it Nigerian, not Ghanaian?
No, it'd be mostly Nigerian.
Right,
my
okay,
auntie
interesting.
my auntie did hers, and she was like 55% Nigerian. There was like, because
Wow.
there's no like Jamaicans, it's all African, like usually Nigerian.
Yeah, okay.
So we're very much Jamaicans definitely see themselves as the Caribbean.
The big dogs.
Also, they're the most talked about when you
Because
think about it.
You say Bolt.
Okay, you just keep naming Jamaican things, and you can't say Cool Runnings because I know that was coming next.
Oh, okay. Usain Bolt.
Yeah. Wow. I could name Bangladeshi things. Well, not right now, but maybe like. I just realized as soon as I said that. So.
There was a footballer who played for Bolton called Ricardo.
Hold on.
Ricardo
Fuller.
Fuller. Yeah, Ricardo Fuller, Jamaican.
That doesn't count.
No, that
'cause
doesn't count.
Owen helped you.
No, I
with
got
that.
Ricardo right. Yeah, Ricardo Fuller. And the other Jamaican thing,
Can you? Is that all? Is,
whining, as in the dance.
you said that like
Supermalt,
you said that like it was on Super Bowl. You said whining like it was on University
the
Challenge.
national drink.
Whining, as in
The dance. Whining, noun, dance. Not Supermalt.
Oh, we really jump over.
This podcast, this episode.
We've gone through quite a lot. Yeah,
It's been quite a bit.
We've gone through quite a lot. I thought it was downhill when we mentioned Hitler.
Yeah.
but then we actually
I
went
want you to
back.
say names of Bangladeshi things now.
Lots of Bangladeshi things.
Go on, name some.
It's got bang in the word. It's also very close to India as well. And apparently there's like a beef between them and people from Pakistan. I don't really understand. They speak multiple languages as well. The food is delicious. The weather, even better. I always like to say there's blue skies everywhere, you know.
Okay.
Myself.
I'll give you some Bangladeshi facts for you.
All right, go ahead.
Cox's Bazar is the world's longest
Okay, you're going to have to
seafront.
say that first word again.
Cox's Bazar.
Cox's Bazar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the world's longest seafront, continuous seafront.
Oh, okay. How long is it?
Very long.
Okay.
It's got the world's largest mangrove forest.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. It is
Any facts
the
that
same surface area as England,
Yeah.
but 3 times the population.
What's the 3 times population of England? So what's that, like 100?
180 million.
Really? Bloody hell.
They fuck.
That's I mean, that whole, let's be honest, that whole region really fucks, dude.
Nick Cannon would be very at home in Bangladesh.
There's a lot of Elon Musk there, dude. I didn't realize it was 180 million.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about we lost a lot of like really like famous people last year.
The tone of that sounded like you were about to like come out or
I
something.
know,
You
yeah.
sounded
I purposely did it like that.
Right.
I was thinking
lost
about
people.
we lost loads of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still not really over Pele.
You're not.
No.
For me, the greatest footballer ever, actually.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And he did so much for black people, of course, in Brazil.
All the erectile dysfunction stuff.
Say that again?
All the erectile dysfunction stuff.
I forgot about that. He was the erectile
He was the face of erectile
He was
dysfunction.
the face of erectile dysfunction for years.
Yeah. And there's a whole generation that will remember him just for that, which I think is really sad.
It's like there was a whole generation, speaking of just dick stuff, the people who remember Tim Westwood for being a condom guy. Obviously now it's worse.
I mean, there's also the sexual
Wrap it up
assault.
before you slap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up before you slap it off. That's how a lot of people remember Tim Westwood. Also, he was in a dark alley, I remember at the time, and he would pull out a condom and go, you better wrap it up before you slap it up.
But didn't he recently get done for like...
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's
I think
gar-
there's ongoing.
Yeah, he's a garbage person. I know people who he's always been a garbage person.
Right.
I don't mind saying that. They can sue me.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, he was a condom guy.
Right,
and
yeah.
it's weird that there's going to be people who look at Pele and go, oh, he had problems with his,
Erectile dysfunction, dude.
with his dick.
Yeah.
Three World Cups, not one boner. Also, you know they abolished slavery in Brazil in like the 1900s. Like it was very late. They said
I didn't know that's slavery in Brazil.
yeah, I saw it pop up when I was at the gym and I was doing a little talk about Pele. It popped up that they abolished it in like
Sorry, in the talk about Pele, why did suddenly it mention slavery?
because it said that he grew up as a shoe shine and he won the World Cup about 40 odd years after Brazil abolished slavery. And I was like, what?
What? Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That is kind of crazy.
Another interesting fact while we're doing facts. Brazil,
Yeah.
the biggest population of black people outside of Africa. There you go. There's something to tell your friends.
But also in, is it Brazil? No, I think maybe in Colombia, they don't really see people as black and white there. They don't have that kind of race, like those race lines. Because I've got some Colombian friends who were like, it's only when we came to Europe
Yeah.
that we learned that people are black. Like in Colombia,
I would
Colombian.
hate to go to a Colombian makeup artist.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on.
All that racialized as black stuff happens in Europe.
Well, yeah, it's like my family from like Jamaica and whatnot. They didn't know about a lot of the racism that happened because obviously it's just sort of everybody there is kind of like Jamaican. Even like the white people, there's no racism. So when they're like, wait, hold on a second, you call us this and you call it that. It was it was a bit strange because they never went through that. It's like with America as well. And Africa, of course. If you live in Africa, you're probably not dealing with.
You're not going to know. So Pele died. And on the same day, Vivienne Westwood died.
Vivienne Westwood as well. Another legend.
Which was the bigger death?
Well, Pele. Alice?
I thought you'd say Westwood because you're like a fashion person.
But Pele, it was just the man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was just he's the best football player, most famous football, not the most famous, but the best football player, most culturally significant football player ever.
I would say he's the most famous. Pele is probably like the standard bearer.
Maradona.
See, I think Pele above Maradona, but I could understand why.
I think Pele.
Yeah, I can understand why you would say Maradona though. I get that.
Yeah.
But then also, a couple of days later, we lost the Pope.
Pope Benedict XVI, which, as we all know, is Xavi.
It's terrible. It's terrible. You need another coffee.
He was a cute Pope.
Was he the good Pope?
He was a good Pope, wasn't he?
What? Which was the Pope that was like a Nazi? Was that him?
I don't know, but you can't libel the dead, can you? So knock yourselves out.
No, I don't think it was him.
He did what?
I don't think it was that one, but there was a Pope who was like a Nazi.
What happened to this Pope?
I said you can't libel the dead, so go ahead and call
you
him
can't
Nazi.
libel the dead.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think it was a
Not
Nazi.
know that you can annoy Catholics.
I don't think he was. That one, but one of them was. One of them was a bouncer as well.
Do you know what the Pope's favourite camera is?
Here we go.
Canon.
Very good.
I don't think that was great. It was terrible. You know what was really bad about it? The way you said it. Because you said it with you said it like Bob Monkhouse type energy.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I said it. You said it with Bob Monkhouse type energy, but it didn't deserve that. We also lost the Queen. It's another one.
Oh, yeah.
We lost the Queen. We lost Coolio.
Oh, Coolio was sad. Coolio was sad, though, wasn't it?
We lost them all. It was a tough year.
Twitch, the dancer.
Oh, I didn't know him.
Oh, 40 years old.
I didn't know. Oh, we lost the Green Ranger.
Oh, yeah, the Green
That
Ranger.
was a bad. That was really
Was
sad.
that was a bad
a
day
sad
for
one
you?
for me. Yeah, because I've still got the Green Ranger costume at home.
Terry Hall, while we're here in...
Terry Hall.
Oh, yeah, Terry
My
Hall
mum-
was sad.
My mum, I messaged my mum because I knew it was gonna be a rough day for her. And ever since I've seen her since his death, she's been wearing her different specials, two-tone tops
Aw.
every day in tears. But she said,
Have you seen, over Christmas, did you see that little trend where people were going to their families and saying their favourite celebrity had died? So you go in
No.
and they'd go, oh, Taylor Swift died at 28. And you see the mum just start crying immediately.
Oh no! Who would be your celeb that you would cry?
For me,
Yeah. What celebrity would I have to walk in and go, so and so died?
Andrew Tate.
Or mine would be Kanye West.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it would be 100%. Who would be my celebrity? I don't know, actually.
I think Kanye West has kind of died in my heart anyway at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Kanye West is...
He's
the artist formerly known as.
the art.
isn't-
Yeah, it's so
isn't he?
bad. It's such a sad
What?
state of affairs.
Whose fall from grace is worse? Kanye's or Ronaldo's?
Kanye's. Because Kanye's, it makes no sense and there's no need for it. It's just completely come out of the blue.
Same with Ronaldo. There's no need for it.
I don't think anyone ever thought Ronaldo was that nice a person, though. I don't know.
No, I think a lot of
There's
people
not been a
think
big
but-
fall.
He does a lot of charity.
No, a lot of charity
but
work.
I think Kanye probably...
Kanye is
very self-inflicted.
it's so strange because it's come out of the blue and he's stayed on it and all of a
But
sudden
he's always done weird shit.
yes, but he's never just been like directing strictly at Jewish people. It makes no sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like as in they go to him. So who like where did all this come from? And he just goes, well, what do you mean? Like they've always been a problem. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, when he was like, oh, my doctor, I won't say what background he is.
Oh.
That video is wild, bro.
Dude, the
You're
Michael
like, what
Scott.
the fuck?
He is Michael Scott from The Office when he
Yeah.
goes, my doctor, I can't say, what race he is. It's a Jewish
Jew.
doctor.
Yeah.
It was the most Michael
Yo,
Scott
what are
thing
you
I've
doing?
ever seen. I just don't get it. And now he's appearing on all these podcasts. It blows my mind because here's the thing with Kanye West, as a big fan, in his life, he's at his producers Jewish. He's had friends Jewish, lawyers Jewish, fashion. He's everybody.
Yeah.
He's got loads of Jewish friends. So for him to just come out and just be this anti-Jew, it makes no sense. It blows my mind. It's so
But
disappointing.
I will say
man.
one of my favourite things during the whole Kanye West breakdown was when he was talking to Piers Morgan and asked him how much money he had.
Oh yeah,
That was hilarious.
But that
I love that.
when he said, well, I don't listen to people poorer than me. It's like, well,
That is funny though. That's a funny.
But this is how you know he's gone off the ledge, like proper. Because at one point he goes, "Bring back Louis C.K. He's the funniest motherfucker going." It's like, oh, he's just edgelording it. He's just being, and it's weird because
that is a divorce that's really got to him.
What I know, innit? What happens with these guys is, I think that, and Dave Chappelle's been guilty of this and all this. They then start just doubling down because they try and beat cancel culture.
Yeah.
But they're not. They try and beat it to a point where they then just keep doubling down, where it actually starts to sound hateful. Whereas I don't think Dave Chappelle's hateful, but Kanye West. I mean, at this point,
you have no other conclusion to draw.
Yeah, it's so wild, man. Even as a guy who loves his music and stuff, listen to his music, I'm like, yes, God. Just because you know that it just falls off this mad ledge.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who the next breakdown is in 2023.
Oh, who's your bets on? Who we betting? If we've got to think, because we would have predicted the Kanye West one though, wouldn't we? I wouldn't have predicted he would have been like anti-Semitic, but I would have predicted another breakdown.
Yeah.
We can't say Andrew Tate because he's already there.
Yeah, he's already there. The next breakdown, I think, will be...
Who's on the edge?
Jennifer Lopez.
Matt Hancock, yeah.
Jennifer Lopez.
I'll tell you one. Remember the Charlie Sheen one?
Oh, yeah.
That was a bad...
That was coke-driven, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really bad. Yeah. That was another... And he went on that mad tour, the Tiger Blood tour.
Yeah.
Tiger Blood.
My money's on Jennifer Lopez. Sorry, not Jennifer Lopez. Shakira. I got the wrong one.
Oh, Shakira going on
the wrong one.
The wrong hot lady.
The wrong hot Latino.
The wrong hot. Is she 50, Shakira?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Yeah, okay, I'll move you.
I'll go with Shakira because of the breakup with PK and all that stuff. I think over this year it will just, and because it was J-Lo doing the Whitney Houston tribute, wasn't it? Yeah, there was.
I like how you said it to Owen as if he was like, "Are you up to date with the?" As a big J-Lo guy myself.
J-Lo was doing like a Whitney Houston tribute, and obviously everyone was really upset about this because they were like, J-Lo can't actually sing. And then there's someone released like a rehearsal, clip from the rehearsal, and it was bad.
But isn't J-Lo's whole career the fact that she looks great for 50 odd now? That's kind of all people. It's like Tom Cruise. I know he's a movie star, but people are always just going on about the fact he looks great for 60 odd.
Yeah, Shakira's the same now. Are
you yodeling?
No,
is that Shakira?
Yeah.
I only know the hips don't lie, babes.
Yeah. So my money's on Shakira. Who's your money on?
Yeah, Shakira's a good one. I'm trying to think.
I'd like to see a female breakdown in terms of celebrities, not like generally speaking.
We saw Britney Spears.
No, but that was not induced by her.
You know what? I might go with Britney for this year, like properly.
You reckon?
Because I think she needs.
I already
help.
think that she's like slightly affected by everything.
She needs help, man.
Yeah,
she definitely still needs help.
She needs help. We can't choose people who we think have already got like existing issues.
You need former child actors. They're the ones.
Oh, former child actor.
Macaulay Culkin.
Nah, he's actually straight now.
Actually, it would be really funny if Emma Watson went fucking ballistic.
Oh yeah.
That would be really funny.
Or Daniel Radcliffe on one of them.
I didn't do that.
I never watched any of those films, so I don't really. They don't have that same like reverence for me. The Harry Potter actors. I never saw any of them.
What the fuck? You like manga, but you don't like Harry Potter? You're fucking weird.
Harry Potter. It's like Doctor Who. I don't watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, I don't watch Doctor Who. You watch it now though?
No, I don't.
But you will.
No, I wouldn't.
We're not.
No.
Support fellow black artists, surely.
Who's the black guy in
Shooting Akbar?
Oh, the new Doctor guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll retweet it. I ain't watching Doctor Who, dude. If they did want to put me in there, I would happily be an actor in Doctor Who.
They'll take you.
I'd be a Dalek or whatever is that what they're called?
Dalek? That's Star Wars, isn't it?
Dalek, yeah. The Exterminate, yeah, the ones that look like dustbins.
Dalek Star Wars, right?
No,
did I get that right?
I don't like Star Wars, so it doesn't really hurt me. Actually, no,
I've never watched Star Wars or Star Trek.
Oh, you never watched Star Wars?
Or
Star Wars is good.
I did one of my first gigs was in Leamington, and I went on stage. Yeah,
one of the fine spa towns.
And someone shouted out, "It's a trap."
Yeah, it's a Star Wars reference.
And I said, "What do you mean?"
And then, you both look like.
And then
losers.
someone else went, "It's a trap," and I went, "I don't know what's a trap." And then someone went, "Admiral."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I still don't know what you're talking about." And then someone else shouted Star Wars, and I said, "Never watched it," and they all booed me.
Yeah, they should do.
120 people.
Give Star Wars a go.
No.
Well, thanks. I mean, give it a go. It's good.
No.
The first
No, it's
ones.
not.
You don't watch films anyway.
I
I
don't
don't want to bother talking to you. You're
Anyway,
useless.
that's been a fun episode of Shame is Delicious.
It's been one of the more up and down episodes that we've ever
Contentious.
had.
No, I think it was all up.
Eshaan, you've got some reviews there for
I
us.
do.
right?
So look, listen, we love doing this podcast. And what really helps us keep doing this podcast is if you get in touch and you give us some reviews and you give us some 5-star ratings and all the things.
Yep.
But if you leave us a review, makes it even better when you do it with a 5-star.
It does, yeah.
We got this really nice review that I'm going to read from Daniel AL.
Oh.
Thank you, Daniel AL. I shall read the headline. What a podcast!
Thank you.
Unapologetic, raw, hilarious. Thank you very much. And then Daniel says, these fellas are very funny. I've never been a podcast guy before, but I'm now locking in weekly, as you should, and catching up on the episodes. So relatable and genuinely found myself cracking up throughout the episodes I watched. I can't wait to see more Eshaan can do without Darren. That's nice, isn't it? And then there's another one
I
from
thought at the end it put off menu.
Fluke.
I love off menu.
Fluke616 said, hilarious. The funniest podcast out there.
That's what we want. We need more of those guys. We want to get on that chart.
Someone has given us a 1-star, but I want to see what they've said.
Oh, no.
But I can't read it. They haven't written anything. Listen, if you're going to give us a 1-star, write a review.
Yeah, or just keep it to yourself.
You keep it to yourself. Don't be a dick, man. Why are you doing that 1-star? What's the point?
Just give us a 5-star reviews. We really need them. We want to get up that chart. That's the goal for this year.
Yeah. 2023
goal. We want to get up that chart. Start charting. Can I say chart anymore? We want to chart against who's at the top of the comedy
And you will
ones?
chart our progress.
We want to beat Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
The off menu guys.
Yeah. Sorry, are you like beefing with the other podcasts?
Should we start a podcast beef? I think that might help us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Caster.
Oi, shag married annoyed. Go fuck yourself.
Brat.
How about that?
Dickheads. Who else is there?
Off menu.
Off menu.
Do you know what? I like ordering things on the menu.
Exactly.
Actually.
I prefer Uber Eats, losers.
Yeah, when they deliver it directly in the fucking dining room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take that, Acaster and Gamble.
Yeah.
Losers. They're really successful.
They're really, really good. I really like their podcast.
It is a great
It is a
podcast.
I'd
good
love to be a guest.
podcast.
It is, even Alice, I've
It'd be really nice.
I was
if,
listening to it on the way in today.
James, Ed, if you want me to come on the podcast, just let me know.
Also, I have lots of menu.
I've got
ideas
some
and
really
choices.
good stories about.
You would be
I
like Joel
food.
Dommett.
Oh, Joel's a funny guy as well. Yeah.
Right, who's the other one? Let's do one more.
Let's
beef.
do one more. Have a word. Have a word. Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
For fuck's sake. We're trying to beef.
Anyway, thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give us a little 5-star, give us a little review, tell your friends, share it, and yeah, come and see us at the live shows and keep listening to Shame is Delicious.
Whoop, whoop.
And watch Darren on ice.
That sound like a threat or something.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.